Hey you guys, it's Rachel here with Senza Tempo Cane Corso. So I'm sitting here with Preacher Man. We're just cuddling. The vet called today. Oh, don't knock my breath out. The vet called today and we got our confirmation that it is lymphoma. And what I really don't like is that the vets will not tell you anything about a time frame, which is to me really cruel. They just leave you in the dark. It's like, and she was like trying to convince me to go see an oncologist and wanting me to do all this testing and stuff. But the truth is that I feel that it's like manipulative because it's kind of like, it's like if you knew you were dying, there's no cure, right? Like that's the thing about this, is there's no cure. And so it's like if you knew you were dying, it's like, do you really want to know, like does it really matter, like whether, like what type of cancer is killing you if there's no cure? Anyway, you kind of have to like guess and piece things together. And so I told her that I wanted to put him on prednisone, and which is what she had offered. And she said that she would give me like 2 weeks worth, and then she kind of moved it to 3 weeks. And she said if I needed more, like we could refill the subscription. But I think that is probably a good indication. And honestly, I don't know that I have that long at all. So I'm hoping that maybe the prednisone will get him eating again, because he hasn't been wanting to eat a lot, but he has been eating a little. And certain things he'll definitely eat. Like those of you that know, I raise chickens on my farm, and so they're like, organic. They're raised on a GMO-free, like non-GMO feed. And yesterday I got him to eat a half a chicken, which is what I've got right there on that plate right there. But he didn't want it. And he didn't come up to try to eat. Like normally whenever he hears me feeding everybody, he comes over, and even if he doesn't want to eat much, he'll eat a little bit. I was kind of switching it up, giving him some puppy food, giving him some adult, just whatever he would eat, And yesterday I got him to eat, quite a bit. I was kind of tricking him. Gave him some food, dog food, and then finished off the night with half a chicken. And I thought that we were making some, I don't know. You can't really make progress when you're dealing with something that's non-curable. But I thought, well, anyway, looking it up online and looking up stuff, I think she knew, based upon his condition, the not eating. He's got stomach upset, and he's always eating grass. I think it's probably pretty advanced. And if he doesn't start eating again, I don't know how much longer. Like, I can't keep letting him dwindle down in weight. So, trying to keep myself together. For him. And eyeballs hurt. Trying not to cry. I'm sorry, you guys. I keep telling myself, like, how foolish it is because it's not like I thought he would live forever or anything, you know? I know what the lifespan of a dog is, you know? And, so it's not like I don't know that, this was an inevitability in one form or another. And I'm really trying to focus on the positive, you know, like, what a blessing, Preacher's been for me. When I first got Preacher, I was working an office job making like $20,000 a year, I think. And this journey that I've been on with him, he taught me so many things. When I first got him, I've told people about like how hard it was because he was so stubborn and dominant. And all I wanted to do was do what I'm doing right now with him, just cuddle and, have that like puppy experience. But he wouldn't let me have it. He would growl at me and snap at me and stuff. And I really had to put my needs aside for him so that I could train him properly. And I did that, and he became, one of the best dogs I've ever owned. I'd like to say the best, but I've owned a lot of really great dogs. This isn't, I'm sure I'll own a lot more, but he's one of the greats. And I guess I could say he's the best, because I loved my old dog Terrible, the one that passed right after I got Preacher, but he was a little bit more distant than Preacher. Preacher fit me better. And Preacher's the first dog that ever like really responded to my sadness, like twice. One time when Terrible got cancer, he had it in his gums, and the vet didn't tell me to put him down. They don't do that. They don't tell you anything. It's so shameful, in my opinion. And I know that people may have their own opinions on that, but in my opinion it is. Because people need direction, and that's the wrong time to abandon them. And so I didn't know, like, how long he had. I didn't know anything. I got nothing. I had everything that I learned on the internet. And I basically learned that it was very fast moving, which I had already seen because it came out of nowhere. And I kind of had to come to this conclusion, like, on my own, that I was going to have to put him down. And I was sitting in the car with my ex, and I as I was trying to verbalize that we were going to have to put him down, I just started bawling. And I didn't have him in the car with me because dogs don't always understand. People like to think that dogs always understand our emotions, but they really don't. They can understand why you're having, or they can understand that you're having an emotion, but they may not understand why. And I don't like to make my dogs feel any kind of way just because I feel a certain kind of way. And so I didn't want him to be affected by my feelings. And so I started bawling, and Preacher, who had been asleep in the back of my hatchback, out of nowhere, I just feel this head come over my shoulder and across my chest. And he just rested his head on my chest. And it's the first time that I've ever had a dog really try to make me feel better. And there was another time where my mom had said something really mean to me on the phone, and we don't really talk. We've had our moments where we'll talk for a little bit, and then we don't talk. She'll say something mean or do something horrible. We won't talk for a long time. And she did, one of those real mean, disown me kind of things. And I just broke down and started crying. And he came up and did the same thing. And I just held him and I cried. You're a good boy, Preacher. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Yeah, you are. You're a good boy. And he's just been real special. And I'm just so grateful to have gotten to experience that and have him in my life. And I'm so grateful for all the blessings that he's brought into my life, I wouldn't have. At the time, I was really struggling with supporting my daughter, and just living life. Everything was real expensive. And he just brightened up my life, and I grew as a trainer, and then I wanted to get into breeding again, which is something I hadn't done in a long time. And, two people wanted to use him for stud. That's how I was able to buy the house that I bought before I moved here, that double wide. I needed more money for the down payment than what they had originally told me. And I just randomly got these people that wanted to use Preacher for stud. And it was just enough money to get that down payment and move. And, Preacher being the wonderful dog that he is, you're a good boy. He built this YouTube channel and built this kennel, and he did all these wonderful things. And I'm just so thankful. I just feel like he was sent by God to be a blessing. And I know that there are differing opinions on whether or not there's dogs in heaven, but I don't have any doubt And I know that, every dog I have, this is an inevitability eventually. And and I think it's just important that we try to focus on the positive, and the blessings that they give us, the lessons that they teach us, and and that age-old lesson, what they say of it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. And that's so true for dogs, and so I know that when I pass, he'll be here. He'll be there for me. He'll be waiting. And it gives me something to look forward to when I go. Like I said, it sucks, but that's the nature. It's the nature of dogs. That's the lifespan. They just don't get to live as long as us. And I don't know what God's reasoning is for that. But it is what it is, And I pick up his prednisone tomorrow. And I hope that it'll get him back eating again. And maybe I'll get some more time with him. But you're a good boy. But as it stands, if he doesn't start eating again, I don't think he's got much longer. And so I'm going to try my best to keep him around as long as I can, so long as he's not in pain. You're a good boy. You're a good dog. Why don't you go eat your food? Yeah. You kisses. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. You're a good man. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. I look like trash, y'all. I guess I was going to try to switch the camera around, but I can't. So, y'all are lucky you can't see how I look. But he's just got his head on my chest. You're a good boy, Preacher. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. I feel like he knows. It's like weird, but I really feel like he knows. And I feel like he's just trying to cuddle as much as he can. I think he's just trying to say goodbye. But I think he knows that I'm sad. And I think he wants me to feel better, but... And I wish that I could be happier, but... I can't. I've really tried. I had like a nail appointment today, and I'm sitting there, and the lady's like, her name is Daisy, and then her wife's name is Nikki, and they're always there. Reese and I, we usually go together, and I'm like, and I think they could tell something was wrong. They were asking me, and I wish that I could be like other people and like hide it better, but It's really hard for me to hide how I feel. And I will say that, like, I know that always say not to humanize pets and stuff like that, but, you know, I know that Preacher can tell when I'm sad. I've seen it. And I'm trying, that's why I said I don't want to be sad, because I don't want him to feel that he needs to, try to make me feel better, like, I don't want him worried about me when he's not feeling well, but, Preacher, eat your food. No, eat your food. Yes, good boy, yeah. Go eat your chicken, good boy. Good boy, eat your chicken. Good boy. No, you don't want it. You don't want it. Oh, anyway. It's alright. You're alright. Anyway. I'm gonna let y'all go. He's tired and I'm tired too. So, I just told y'all I would keep y'all updated. So that's where we're at. But, I'm beginning to think that we don't even have a week. We'll see what happens, but I'm not gonna let him suffer, so that much I know. I hope y'all are having a good day. I'll talk at you later.